Assassination army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And a message coming from my eyes says, leave it alone. I'm gonna find more. A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And a message coming from my eyes says, leave it alone. And a message coming from my
all of us, once we achieve something, we celebrate for a long years fucking time. And we wonder, why don't I have drive anymore? Where's it all at? If you don't develop a routine of suffering, and suffering is not like go out and kill yourself every day, it's being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That keeps you hungry every day. If you live in your victories for so long and say, I'm gonna go challenge myself for 30 days or for 2 weeks or run this one marathon, and it ends, I did one marathon. Okay, that's why it leaves you. It leaves you because you haven't set up the next obstacle. Obstacles is how you grow. You must continue to have friction. Friction is where growth is at. With no friction, there's no growth. Make up your own mission statement. What do you want to be in life? And once you do that, now you can work with somebody to get better. You can work with yourself to get better. But until you know what you want to stand for, you will always just be sitting down. You'll never stand for anything. But guess what happens? That alarm clock goes off at 4 a.m. to train. I don't want to be a SEAL today. Or I don't want to be whatever today. I'll start tomorrow. And that's the usual pattern of people's lives. That's why I talk about clearing out the mind. Until you really want to do something, you're always gonna be a talker. You always gonna run your fucking mouth. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself. All those things of comfort are there in that 1 second. And this is where people lose. So what I do in that 1 second, because we all think about quitting when shit's hard. But what you have to do in that 1 second is hard to process information during pain. Because that pain takes over and you can't think rationally. You're thinking about fight or flight, save yourself. That's not a rational thought. It's not a thought that's going to get you through hard times. Most people fail that 1 second. So what happens, what I do in that 1 second, and there's a bigger process to all this, but in that 1 second, I physically stayed in that water. Because if I get out of the water, I quit. So I physically stay in the water, but mentally, I'm on the fucking beach with the fucking instructors. And the instructors, it's cold outside, so they got these parkas on. They got their cup of fucking Joe, and they're warm because they've already been through it. So now it's your turn to go through it. So mentally, I get back with them. I'm still in the water physically, but mentally, I'm back with them. I'm chilling. I got my parka on, and now I'm thinking logically because I'm warm now. Mentally, I'm warm. I've taken that 1 second. Let's not quit yet, guys. Let's fucking think about your options. Where are you going to end up if you quit this shit? Where are you going to go? What are you going to say to yourself? Because you know you're going to get warm. The second you get out of this water, you can take a shower, and you could be warm. And you could be, and in 5 days, you could be out. So I start thinking logically.
Yo.
Because your brain just wants to get the fuck out. Ring the bell, put your hand
What's good, everybody?
And then you're really fucked. And these are the things you have to think about the 1 second decision. So that's what that's all about. It's about gaining control of your mind, putting things back in the proper perspective, and then saying, I really do want to be here. And I'm going to have a bunch of these 1 seconds through this 130-hour journey. And I have to learn to control these.
What's good? Happy Sunday. We're live here on YouTube. We're about to get started in a couple minutes. We are live here. Let me know if you guys can hear me good in the chat real quick before we get started. Hope everyone's doing well today. Got some David Goggins talking there. But yeah, we're live on YouTube. Yeah, we're going to go over the markets. We're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to talk about gold in a little bit. Break down the charts in a bit. You guys should be able to hear me loud and clear. A lot of stuff happened over the weekend. Some news. I don't know if you guys saw the headlines. The news that hit this weekend. Spicy weekend, yo. Donald Trump coming in with some more tariff news. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about gold, where gold's at, what's been going on over the weekend. Might be tariffs round 2. Tariffs round 2. We're getting more tariff news. Yo, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Last session we were live on Friday, I think it was. Like Friday night. When was I live last? A couple days ago. Hope everyone had a good weekend. We're on early. Market's open in a couple hours. We're on early today. Gonna chop it up, go over some things. Yo, last session though, guys. Who was here? Yo, last session, I gave you guys the play. I gave you guys the full play 2 days ago. Yeah, it was 2 days ago on February 20th. Guys, last stream we did, I gave you guys the whole rundown. $5,000. I talked about it. I went live for a reason. 2 days ago. Went live for a reason. I gave you guys the play 2 days ago. Talked about that $5,000 area. And it ended up happening. I gave you guys the play literally 2 days ago. Last stream we did. I think every stream I come on and give you guys some good information, some good analysis. But last stream we did, guys, we talked about gold being above $5,000. If you were here 2 days ago, or if you watched the stream at all, you know, chopped it up multiple times on that stream. Kind of about where the market was at and what we were looking at in the weekend, some of the news. Towards the last 30 minutes of the stream, you'll see me talking about, okay, gold's above $5,000. And before that, I talked about maybe why it's above $5,000. And we talked about the importance of that, us being above $5,000, right? We talked about literally the importance of that on the last stream that we did here live on YouTube. Excited for the gold bot. We got some exciting stuff to talk about actually here on this stream. All right. Let me move this right here. I'm gonna move this right here. I'm live streaming in 2 places. I want to see how this works on TikTok. Bet. Sound went off, my bad. So as I was saying, last time we spoke, we were above $5,000 on gold. And it might have seemed like a random time that I jumped on. I just popped the link out. It was like London session, 2 o'clock in the morning. Might have seemed like a random time to jump on, but there was actually something to look at there. That's why I jumped on, because it was like, okay, we're above 5K. That's a psychological number, right? Whole number with gold. Sound should be good. Sound should be good. And we've maintained that. It was interesting how we ended last week off. As I was saying, the last stream we did together, I was talking about the news, the whole USA-Iran situation. We talked about that last stream. How Trump looks like he's ready to attack towards the end of last week, right? We were seeing all these headlines. Towards the end of last week, right? So it's like gold was already kind of trading high at this point. And we talked about this live on stream, guys, as well. For anybody who might be new here or just seeing this, we talked about all of this live on stream already. But yeah, we were starting to get all these different headlines talking about this geopolitical tension, USA, Iran, towards the end of last week, while gold was already kind of trading around 5,000, above 5,000. So these headlines are hitting. Trump appears ready to attack Iran as U.S. strike forces take shape. Some of you guys would have seen this, right, last stream. Not going to go through it. There's a lot that we read already. Like, it's kind of long. But it goes into basically the tension, you know, some information about the tension between United States and Iran, and about the enriched uranium, how they want to stop their nuclear program, and they don't want them to keep enriching uranium. So yeah, there's a lot you could read about this, the different types of ships that are out there and stuff, the fleet that they got out there. But yeah, headlines like this might spook the market, right? You got here, Netanyahu is eager for the United States to launch a major attack on Iran. But the USA wants to also make a deal, it seems. We're going to see how this goes, but it's interesting how price was already above 5,000 towards the end of the week. We're getting these kind of headlines, right? Psychological level. I told you guys, if it goes above 5,000, if you're inside the inner circle, right? I told you guys that it could be a flip. It could be a bullish flip, right? And you could see we got above 5K and there was crazy New York session volatility, but we managed to hold 5K and now we're at 5,100. Kind of like nothing happened, right? Just, I know everybody's been more bearish on gold, right? Ever since this. I told you guys when we were at the bottom of this, like when we were here, that this isn't enough to just say, okay, we're going into a major downtrend, right? And now look at price. Like, look at what price has been doing. On the 4 hour, you have basically a consolidation, which I've talked about, that is now breaking out, right? You've been pretty much sideways on gold, consolidating ever since that drop. So like this was a buy the dip situation on gold, right? It ended up turning into a buy the dip. But look at the last month, like pretty much February has been pretty much up and down, consolidating. We went up and then we came down and now we've just been in this range. And look, we're going bullish above that. So potentially this wants to break out. Potentially this wants to break out. Potentially we want to break out from the looks of it. Last week there was several things I indicated about $5,000. Like if you're in the inner circle, we streamed a lot. And there was a couple times I talked about 5K. And how if we get above that level, we could potentially hold bullish, right? And you could see, like, we stayed around. Like, the market didn't change so much last week. Like, it went up and then, like, it went down and then went up. And then for a bit, it was just sitting here, right? And we broke out. So now it looks like gold's trying to break out more. We're right around like 5,100, which you can see there is some resistance here if you look like to the left on the chart. Potential breakout area. If we're going to keep going higher, this is going to be like a potential breakout area this week. If we're going to go to like 5,200 or 5,300, this is going to be a potential breakout area. When will the new inner circle be ready? Well, that's the thing. What I've showed you guys isn't even the new inner circle. All right. Here's the thing. Like, it's going to be ready in 40 days. But this isn't even it. I actually just got off of a call and saw the actual version. This isn't even the full website, the full version. This is just like a sneak it of what I've showed you guys. It's actually not going to look like this. It's going to look different. So this isn't even the website. This is just somewhat of how the website's going to feel, look, the sexiness to it, the flexibility, like, you know, maybe a blueprint of how it's going to look, a general outline of it. But it's going to look entirely different, actually. So, Inner Circle 2.0, we could talk about that in a little bit. Got some news I want to go over that happened on this weekend. Some of you guys might have not seen. Want to break down the charts a little bit more. Inner Circle 2.0, however, is going to be legendary. It's actually going to be legendary. It's going to be legendary. New website, upgraded dashboard, full new bootcamp series, more tools, more structure, more live sessions, and automation. This isn't just adding a few new videos. This is going to be turned into a completely whole new ecosystem. Yeah, so for those of you guys who think, for the people that think it's expensive right now, I just smile because they have no idea what's about to come. When 2.0 drops, the price is going to reflect the level that we're operating at. So right now, if you're not in, or if you just joined, you're still getting in early. Anybody who just joined, anybody who's getting in now is still getting in early. Just saying. 2.0 isn't a small update. It's a full new rebrand. It's a full new ecosystem. It's going to be legendary. So it's funny when people are thinking that the inner circle is expensive. Expensive compared to what? Compared to what? Because you don't even know what's coming. Compared to courses that leave you out there stranded after you check out, that don't even send you signals, trades, teach you things about the trades. Monthly subscriptions that charge you forever. Let me tell you something. Let me show you something. What was that from Jim Carrey? When 2.0 launches and the full new website is live and the new systems are integrated and the upgraded tools are in place, the current price is going to look cheap. And I'm not just saying that to create hype. I'm just saying that because the value is going to increase very, very soon. Soon, we're going to, like, the next 30 days, like, I can guarantee you guys, the next 30 days are going to be crucial. The next 30 days, from here till the next 30 days, are going to be crucial. All right? And I can also guarantee in the next 30 days, the price is going to be going up. So what's coming? Like, I can't even show you guys. Like, this is just an outline of kind of what's coming. You know, you can get a general idea. We got like a good get started section here. You can get an idea with the sections. Get started, my hub, some of these sections and stuff. You can get an idea. So we're 40 days out. We're 40 days out from launch. So if you're in before then, like if you get in the inner circle before then, I'm telling you, you are early. It's going to be legendary. I've been preserving a lot of my energy for it. So the next 30 days, we're going to be kicking into a lot of motion, you will see. So stay here, stay active. Turn your notifications on. I can tell you, there's a yearly, so right now, it's one time, but the price is going up soon. I'm going to tell you, when we launch 2.0, the price is going to be going up because more value is coming. It's going to be an entire, completely new ecosystem, and I'm going to be working a lot. I'm going to be putting a lot of hours. And why is the price the way it is? Because when we launch this, it's exclusive. It's not everybody's going to join, right? And I like exclusivity. When we launch 2.0, I understand not everyone's going to join. Not everyone's going to be there. And I like exclusivity. I like having things exclusive because when we launch this, I'm going to be putting a lot of time into those people, right? That are already here and that are there. And that's why I like things to be exclusive. That's why the price is the way the price it is, because the value is there and the exclusivity is there. The yearly is going to get increased, so it's yearly $12.50. One time, lifetime access. Yearly, this is the price. The yearly price is going to increase. So I can guarantee you guys this stuff in the next 30 days. So one time, I don't know what the one time is going to go up to, but that's going to change when 2.0 comes out. And this isn't even what 2.0 looks like, to say the least. There's going to be a lot of stuff in here that's just going to keep you busy, keep you on the website, using it a lot. And like I said, it's just a whole entire different ecosystem. Donald Trump. We're witnessing interesting times. Donald Trump, I don't know if you guys saw what happened on Friday and Saturday over this weekend. Like, the Supreme Court wanted to block his tariffs, ruling over his tariffs. So we had like the whole Supreme Court thing go down where they're against his tariffs. They call them illegal. But Trump said, I don't give a care. Trump basically came out like, I don't give a care. And announced a 10% global tariff on all countries. And then the next day, he did it to 15%. So yeah, he decided just to ignore the Supreme Court ruling, not follow. He says Supreme Court, they're not me, they're just the court. And yeah, now there's a 15%. It went from 10%, so we got tariffs round 2. This is a global tariff, a 10% global tariff on all countries. Goldman Sachs says, yeah, they won't rule out kill Trump's tariffs. The Supreme Court struck down on President Trump's broad tariffs under whatever this 3-6 decision today, calling an overreach of emergency powers. Markets are reacting. Treasuries are dropping. The dollar is tumbling. Volatility is spiking. While BTC and other major, that's about cryptos right there. Goldman Sachs has a clear take. This doesn't end the tariff era. They expect the Trump admin to quickly pivot and alternative legal frameworks like Section 122 or other trade statutes to maintain pressure on imports and sustain trade barriers. Meanwhile, Trump called the ruling a disgrace during a White House breakfast with governors this morning, and he says he's got a backup plan ready to grow. The fight's far from over. Tariffs will likely reappear in new form fast. So we got that. Goldman Sachs. That's what Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs. Their take on it doesn't end the tariff era. White House sets March 1st for deadline on crypto market structure bill. The tariffs were supposed to bring in manufacturing back. America lost 108,000 factory jobs instead. The tariffs were supposed to replace income tax. America's income tax are higher than ever. The tariffs are supposed to make other countries pay. American citizens pay every cent. Now the Supreme Court says they were illegal the whole time, and not a single dollar is coming back to you. Welcome to modern America. America. Estimated U.S. import tax. So apparently, like the government's trying to shut it down and say that the money has to be all paid back or something. I think that's what the court's trying to do, is what I saw. And Trump's over here like, what the fuck are you saying? I don't know what's going on. Money's going here, money's going there. And then we got this. Iran's supreme leader warned that any U.S. attack on Iran would spark a regional war. He emphasized that even a limited strike, which Trump is currently weighing in, would lead to a full-scale conflict. The Fed is now in the worst possible situation. US GDP fell 1% while inflation is still rising again. US GDP was expected to come in at 3%, but it came in at 1.4%. So there you go. That happened on Friday. That was this news. Whoops. Expectancy came in not that well for GDP. So, a lot of news. This is a major downside surprise and shows that economic growth has slowed much more than markets were expecting. One key reason behind this slowdown was the government shutdown in Q4, which lasted nearly 1.5 months. This directly impacted output, spending. Oh, yada, yada, yada. We got all this. Now the Federal Reserve faces a dilemma. Interesting. So that's probably another reason why we see gold pushing up the way it was. And yeah, so Friday he came out with that. Fully allowed and legally tested 15% level. Price in USD, fam. %, announced on global tariffs. So as tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday go forward, we're going to hear him talk more about this stuff. Probably tonight. I don't know what he said today or since yesterday, but all over the place. Tariffs are back. We kind of know, like, gold, every time these tariff announcements happen and stuff, gold tends to rally and go up. We've kind of seen that. Looks like Trump is ready to go on for Israel. Another massive planes en route. Yeah, so we know that already. We saw this whole spiel. So yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think in the chat? Let me know what you guys are thinking. Might be an interesting week as the market opens up because we had all this tariff news over the weekend. We had him come out with so we had the Supreme Court try to rule the tariffs down. He came in and said, no, they can't do that, and ruled out a 10% global tariffs, and then the next day comes out and says it's a 15%. Based on a thorough, detailed, and complete review of the ridiculous, poorly written, and extraordinary anti-American decision on tariffs issued yesterday after many months of completion by the United States Supreme Court, please let this statement serve that represent I am President of the United States of America will be effectively immediately raising the 10% world tariff on countries to 15%. So there you go. You can read all that. That's from himself yesterday. After the day before that, Friday. So Friday he came out with the whole, again, 10%. That's what he had to say. Like he said, please let this statement serve to represent that I, as the President of the United States. So markets might open up interesting, like gold. Here we go. We got some uncertainty in the market, maybe fueling up again with tariffs. The economy too, with some of the stuff we just read, the expectations of the market not really meeting. So yeah, markets might open up interesting today with gold, to be honest. We have, again, tariff news over the weekend. This whole speculation and tension, the tension between USA and Iran. There's a lot of tension there. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the chat? What are you guys thinking? What's the Polymarket think? What's the Polymarket think? Yeah, so kind of crazy. I think if the Supreme, yeah, will the court force Trump to refund tariffs? See, a lot of monies came in because of tariffs, and the court wanted them. I think wanted him to refund it. I don't. That makes no sense. I would have just put. What's the Polymarket saying? We got Polymarket Trump. What are they gonna bet on him saying this week? You can bet on like everything nowadays. Geez, this shows where the world's at. This is what people are betting on right now. U.S. strikes Iran, 361 million in volume. U.S. strikes Iran by. You can bet yes or no. I'd rather just full port my trading account, to be honest. A lot of people. March 31st. February 28th. 35 million in volume. Outrageous. This is where times are now that you have to find anything to bet on. People. It shows you people don't. This is for all the people that don't know how to trade right here. All right. If you don't know how to trade, here you go. This is for all the people who think there's another way out. That can't figure out how to trade. I mean, yeah, if you know something's gonna happen, or if you know something's not gonna happen, and it's obvious, yeah, like there could be some obvious events or things, outcomes. But if you're sitting here like, oh my god, if you're sitting here like, oh my god, like if you're sitting here like, oh my god, if I buy yes on $100, I can make 526 profit. Oh my gosh, bro, like just learn how to trade, like trade, put up, like like. Like, learn how to trade. People are fascinated by this. I mean, maybe one day. I find the ones I find funny is like the speeches. Like the speeches are the funniest ones. I like the speeches are hilarious. What will Trump say this week? March 1st, or what will Trump? Okay, so what will he say March 1st? Will he say one of these words? This is fun. These kind of funny. Not gonna lie. This has like $2,300 in volume. The speech ones are hilarious. Will the U.S. confirm that aliens exist before 2027? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, because Trump talked about UFOs and stuff. See, yo, they're trying to distract you. They're trying to distract you. Epstein files, UFOs, this, that, war. They're distracting you. They're distracting you. Aliens, yo. What did Trump said something about UFOs, no? Didn't he say something about UFOs? Will the U.S. confirm that aliens exist? I wonder. I don't know. What are the odds of that? Maybe they do. What do you guys think? The funny ones are Grand Theft Auto. There's like Grand Theft Auto. I know Grand Theft Auto is a huge game. These are the funny ones. What will happen before Grand Theft Auto release? People are actually betting on these things. Like, damn, it blows my mind. What will happen before Grand Theft Auto gets released? So let's see. Drake releases Iceman. So if Drake releases an album, like some of these actually have volume. I don't like. It says 17 million in volume here. So it's like, oh wow. New Playboy Cardi album. Rihanna, if you know Rihanna album, I don't know. Trump out as president. China invades Taiwan. People actually. Bitcoin hits 1 million. By the time Grand Theft Auto, when's Grand Theft Auto come out? Do any of you guys actually know in the chat? Anyone know? Anyone in the chat know? Oh, I didn't even notice. I don't even hear them. Was there sirens? Yo, does anyone know the release date? I swear, yo, that thing's getting pushed back. When is the release date? November 19th, 2026? That's when the bottom happens for... All right, so is that our crypto bottom? Is that when the bottom gets made for crypto? November 19th, 2026. November 19th, 2026, release day for Grand Theft Auto. We're streaming live on YouTube. Is there like a Grand Theft Auto like stock or a crypto? Is there any like trade we could make off of this? Like, there's a Polymarket. Is there like what is it? Rockstar Gaming. Isn't it Rockstar Gaming? Yo, I remember I was not allowed to play this as a kid, yo. Man, I wasn't allowed near this video game as a kid. No, my mom was, no. I would try to sneak it around. Anyone else? Not allowed. Anyone else? Anyone? What was it? Vice City. That was the one yeah, Vice City and San Andreas. Those were my two. I remember some kids these days might not remember Vice City. Vice City, that was cool. November 19th is the release date. What will happen before GTA? It says Jesus Christ returns. Oh my gosh. Whatever you like. Bitcoin hits 1 million. Probably not. Probably not. Bitcoin hits 1 million before November 19th. But this, what is this? This says some stuff. That's funny. And then you have the Bitcoin 5-minute up or down. That's crazy. Price to beat in 3 minutes and 4. That's insane. November 19th. That's hilarious. So people are betting on like that's like the funniest. I think that's one of the funniest ones because look at the last question here. Look at the last question. Jesus Christ returns. There's rules to this. If neither occurs by July 31st, this market will resolve to 50-50. If neither... Bro, obviously... Most of these are probably not going to happen. And simple words, market resolves on the 31st. For you to earn for no, GTA 6 has to be released before the 31st, which ain't happening because it's scheduled in November. So if you're like no, like that's all, like obviously no, like if the release date is November 19th, so I'm like I you know, I'm a firm Catholic believer, so I still don't think by November 19th, you know, I don't think that time's coming yet. But like it would have to happen by the so that would be so there's rules to it that kind of make it harder actually in a way where it's like not okay. That's hilarious. What do you guys think of the chat? Anyone have any thoughts on the market this week? What are you guys thinking? Anyone have any charts? Drop some charts in the chat. Drop some in the chat. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. 5,100. Are we getting above 5,100 now? Like, yo, we might open bullish because we had tariff news on the weekend, guys. Truthfully, yeah, we might open up bullish because of the tariff news on the weekend. There might be a gap open up. Gold kind of likes uncertainty. Usually these types of events and stuff with like big news coming out, big headlines, with the geopolitics, fundamentals, this is about the tariffs, create that kind of like uncertainty towards the market. So yeah. That's why gold might open up with some volatility when markets open. You might see it open up like bullish. We already are at, look, 5107, so we might be trying to get above 5100. On weekend gold, what weekend gold? What's weekend gold? Wait, like XA, like weekend gold? Like Tether gold or something like that. There's Tether gold, Pax gold, like Pax gold. Oh, I just know. Oh, Pax gold's at 5147. Is that what you're talking about? Cause I'm like weekend gold, weekend gold. Pax G, Pax gold. There's two cryptos. One's Pax Gold, one is Tether Gold. So Tether, which is USDT, Tether created Tether Gold, which is interesting. How the biggest stable coin Tether, the big company, US, are they US company? I think they're a US company, but they work in other countries, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some of you guys might know. Tether Gold here created Tether Gold. Did that move? Does that move on the weekends really or no? That should. Like they have optimal movement on the weekends. They're not gonna move like like gold market. Oh yeah, weekend gold. This is weekend gold. Weekend gold right here, which is Tether Gold, Pax Gold. Like they'll move on the weekends, but like not super crazy. Because it's crypto. Crypto's open 24/7. So it's basically it's interesting. Pax G is essentially tokenized gold. So when you see price action like this, what's this person's take? When you see price action like this, it's telling you something about the broader macro picture too. After a sharp drop, the highs. Oh, nice. Yeah, interesting how Pax Gold moving on the weekend. That's probably what you're talking about. Spike to like... Yeah, so gold, I'm not going to be aggressive when market opens, but I think market might open bullish more. But, does that mean we launch up? There was tariff news like we talked about all over the weekend, which anytime we've seen, like some of you guys have been here for months, right? Some of you guys have maybe been here since last year. Right, some of you guys have maybe been here since last year. We've seen some of this news, right, pop up on the weekends before. We've seen this news pop up on the weekend before, right? And a lot of times the market can open bullish. This is a link to join. If you're not in the inner circle and you want to join, this is the link to join here. I just dropped in the chat, all right? So it's like either we open up bullish and we kind of just create some bullish momentum early on, or maybe a pullback. I don't know. See, we have this area to the left here. Yo, look what the market did already. It already did it's crazy. If you look at it's like if you look to the left here, and we got that $5,000 retest over here. Market retested 5K right here, right? So we got like resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. We got all this resistance. We got like an area, like a zone of resistance. We're going to be live tonight. I want to go live before the market opened, and then I'll be live inside the inner circle probably an hour after the market opens. Not right when the market opens, but I want to give the market maybe an hour or two at least after it opens to jump back on again. So I'm going to be live again tonight. I'll be live inside of the inner circle community. Have some updates and more things to talk about inside of there. But if you look at this area on gold, guys, we're right near a resistance. Do we want to be buying here? No. But we have to understand this could be a breakout level. The market could be trying to break out of this level coming into the week. Maybe we're going to get like a break and retest of this level at some point coming into the week. And something like this, more continuations up, try to go to like 5,200. I could see gold trying to push to 5,200 now that we've broken up more. Next session will be tonight after the market opens. Not right when it opens, but an hour or 2 hours after the market opens up tonight. I'll be live inside the inner circle. So yeah, I'm thinking this is like a breakout level more on gold because it spent a lot of like February in a consolidation. It looks like we might be trying to push up into March. If you look at the 4 hour, like I mentioned earlier, and even last week a couple of times for those of you that come on the stream, look at this. So to me, this looks like more like a breakout's happening here. Like this range that the market's in. Gold has pretty much been sideways here when you look at this chart on the 4 hour here. You have support, you have resistance, you have some rejection. Right, so here you made a strong low. And we pretty much came back to retest that 2 times. Here. So, sorry, here. And here. And then you obviously have resistance, which is the top, right? Now you can see I've created a shape here. I've created way more of like a rectangle with these rejections, right? Notice how I've created a rectangular shape on the chart overall. So now you start to kind of see like a shape in price of it, right? You start to see, oh, like this goes up, this goes down, this goes up, comes down here, but then it comes back down, goes up, comes down, and now we've been kind of just breaking up to the top. So most traders right now would look at this like we're gonna go down. I'm not doing that right now. I'm not looking at the market like that right now. Most traders would say, okay, we're at a resistance. I think this is a sell. You know, because obviously, Evan, we're at resistance. Shouldn't I sell? We're high up in price. Yes and no. Like right now, the market has some strong momentum. So it's a level that I'd rather observe first, right? The market is pushing up with gold strong on the 4 hour. Looking like now it's like a level that could potentially try to break. And it's like, Evan, how do you know that? Like, how do you know like this is now a level that could be breaking out? It's because it's touched it, you know, a few times now, like 3 or 4 touches, I would say. 3 or more touches, 4 or more touches, the level starts to become more sensitive. And I'm not seeing we made any wicks here yet. The way we've come up is with force. And it's like, Evan, how do you know this could be a breakout level? It's like I can look to the left, but I think that's like time on the charts too, like experience. Time on the charts, time on the charts. This level's touched multiple times too. So there can be some force here. So 90% of traders would probably be saying, you know what, I'm going to sell this here. I'm looking for a sell. And that's not a wrong thing to do. Right? I'm not going to sit here and say that is wrong. You know, if that's something your eyes see, your eyes will see that, right? But sometimes there's more other market context we have to understand. Even if it's just a simple resistance level that we're looking at. Like the market's already touched this 1, 2, 3, almost 4 times. So at some point it could become a breakout level. And that's when I see something that's like touched something, let's say like 3, like when I see a level that's touched like 3, 4 times, Like something that's touched more than once or twice. Like there's been 3-4 touches there maybe. I start to anticipate like, yo, this could break out. I start to kind of build that type of anticipation for myself. Because I've seen it like time and time again. That I think that anticipation's been built up over time because I've again kind of just seen it time and time and time again, right? So when the market touches, like if I see a resistance, like I said, that's touched 3-4 times and it breaks out, or I see that, I anticipate maybe this could be a breakout level. We'll be on when market opens. The market's not open right now. A couple hours. When the market opens, I'm going to be back on live again inside the Inner Circle community tonight. Probably going to do some analysis and just see what the charts look like, see where we're at. So maybe we start we could start the week with a pullback, right? Like we could see this level here. We could start the week with a pullback, and that would maybe take us down to like here. Let's see. Let's go to the 1 hour. Like we could, I think we're going to open up more bullish because of like all the tariff news over the weekend. We could start off with a potential pullback, but I wouldn't flip bearish because that could still potentially reject. I'm feeling like some of you guys said the same things I'm feeling and thinking in the chat already. Like start bullish, and then pull back. Like start up more bullish and then a bigger pullback happens, or like start up bullish, bigger pullback. Like some of you guys have wrote the exact same things like I'm thinking on the chart. So with Inner Circle 2.0, I got a special announcement. And I'm going to start off testing it this week. So testing starts this week. Give me a minute. So Inner Circle 2.0, like I said, is going to be an entirely new rebrand, an entirely new website, entirely new way we do things, the way we go live, the way we interact, the community, a whole entire ecosystem of tools, ways to learn, and just functionality and features overall inside the website and the community. Like I mentioned, there's going to be some different tabs and stuff. This is like a general kind of outline of what the website's going to have inside of it. It's not what the full website's going to look like, right? I can't show you guys that as of yet. This is what I can show you guys and what I've shown you, some of you guys so far. There's going to be the tools integrated into the website, scanners, right? All the different trading view scanners, gold scanners that we have, gold bots that we have. However, a new thing that's going to be incorporated with Inner Circle starting this week is the gold bot. And I'm going to be testing it out, starting it this week, the gold bot. I wish there was like a robot emoji here. I think there is somewhere, but maybe I can't find that little robot emoji. Put some robot emojis in the chat. Robot emojis in the chat. Robot emojis in the chat. Isn't there a robot? I can't find it, man. I swear there's a robot on here. Anyway, so the gold bot, this is going to be a copy trader, not an auto trader. So it's not an auto trader. It is a copy trader from myself. Not an auto trader. So it is a copy trader from myself. Good job, TradingView, with your little lag there. Buffering. It's called buffering. It was buffered there. I don't know if you guys saw that. So the gold bot, Inner Circle members, Inner Circle students, if you want access to it, you can start this week. I'll send you the link on where you got to register on the broker that I'm using. And I'm going to be just testing it. So if you want to be a part of the first like test group, the test people who are testing it, you know, with me, the same trades I'm taking. If you've ever wanted to take the same trades as me, I know some of you guys have been asking this for years now, and I've said one day I'll do it, one day I'll do it, one day I'll do it. Some of you guys thought I was joking. Like I've always said, one day I'll do a gold bot. One day I'll do a gold bot. But some of you guys have been asking for years, I think, to be honest. So, we got the gold bot loading. All right. I'm gonna send you guys the link in the chat and on School. If you're inside the inner circle, this is for inner circle only. Even all the way up until probably the 2.0 launch, I'm only going to be doing it with the inner circle members. So if you're inside the inner circle, you'll have access to my copy trader. It's starting this week. So I'm literally going to be starting it this week. And yeah, I'm going to be testing it out, looking for some setups, looking for some trades. I'm going to be giving you guys all the information today. So tonight, I'm going to be sending the links out and everything. I'm calling it the gold bot. the gold bot, all right? So people always ask me, what's gold going to do? Now, if you want me to just take a trade for it. For those of you guys always asking, what's gold doing? What's gold doing? No, I'm kidding. Evan, what's gold doing? Evan, what's gold doing? I took a trade. No, that's funny. That's a fun. I'm going to use that. So yeah, I'm launching the gold bot. This allows you to automatically copy my trades directly onto your account. Same entries in real time, same executions, the same signals, the same entries, but fully automated. So if you're inside the inner circle, I'm gonna drop the link for you guys in School, or I'll DM. I saw a lot of you guys DM me on School as well. So I'm gonna get back to all of you guys after this session. I'm excited. If you guys are asking me about this, I'm excited. It's a new way to level up, my trading experience, new way to keep me focused, locked in more responsibility, more work. So it puts more serious to it, puts more challenge to it. I like challenges. I've been doing this for 11 years, so it's the right time for me to do something like this. I wouldn't do something like this if I was 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years in trading. I'm 11 years in now, so there's the robot. Oh, wow, that's a lot of robots. Here's the link for the broker. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat. It's only going to be available for Inner Circle right now. In the near future, it might be available to the public. But for now, it's only Inner Circle. For those of you guys that have DM'd me already on School, that's the broker link. For those of you guys that have already DM'd me. DM me on School. I'm going to DM. I see a lot of you guys DM me on School already. I saw that today. I'm going to get back to everyone. I was just adding everybody to the... I finished adding a lot of people to the TradingView indicators. So register with that broker, and then I'll send you guys all the info on the copy trader. Because I have my account made, ready to go. When you register with that broker, you're gonna see like a leaderboard, an MT5 copy, and you're gonna be able to follow the specific account. I'll show you guys on the next session we do, but first step is make an account, register with that broker. I'm starting it probably tomorrow, so this week, like we're literally starting it this week. Inner Circle members only. Gonna test it out, take my time, slow and steady. So I'm just gonna be looking for a couple trades, maybe a day, maybe through the week. Gonna see, build some flow, build some rhythm, get used to it. Just like the signals, like I started sending signals like what, a year ago, almost a year ago, and that was a whole new experience. Ready for the challenge. What are we doing tonight? Some people even said in the chat. Some people know. Like, some people already know in the chat. Like, look, like we could push up and start for a pullback. Like, I would say let the market open up. We know there was a lot of news this weekend, so we're kind of eager to see how price opens. Obviously, there was a lot of news. We're eager to see like what happens on market open, but maybe give the market 1-2 hours, couple hours after it opens to see kind of where price is at, which way it wants to take first. With tariff news, I think that'll probably keep us bullish this week. We'll probably have like a bit of bullish price action this week, starting out the first couple days. I think bullish makes sense to go into the week, especially with all this news. More uncertainty. Let's see. With all the tariff news, that always it always creates uncertainty for the market. Mm, 5100. If we get above 5100 this week, so if we get above it, like if we get above 5100, we're right at 5100. So it's like too close to say right now. If the market can get above 5100, let's say firmly strong, that's good. Like it doesn't have to go that high, but if we get like price action firmly above it, it's like okay, we can use that for a retest. So let's see how this week goes. Let's see if it's another Trump trade. We might have another Trump trade here with tariffs. It might be tariffs round 2 for 2026. That's what happened in January. In January, it went crazy. Gold, like January, there was the news. It just made gold just push up. So let's see what happens this week. I know we're all eager to see how market opens. We might be trying to go, we honestly might be trying to go to 52, 5,300 for gold. Might be trying to push back up into March. Someone said it in the chat too. I noticed someone said in the chat, March is usually bullish for gold, or even going into March. Like this, we're still in that seasonality where maybe going into March we're more bullish. Like we're going into that seasonality, that time of, or in that month, those months where gold's price action is usually bullish. January, February, March, up into April. After April, things tend to stall around and kind of do like somewhat of what we've been seeing recently. But maybe gold just consolidated a bit to do that push up. Like if you look at price action, gold tends to have a peak going into February and then dump and then rally back up, a bit of consolidation before rallying into near the end of March, right? Maybe we're still fitting that, or maybe that last push up into March. Seasonality could still be there for gold. Remember that. Seasonality could still be there. If you have any questions about the broker or anything, just DM me on School. I use that broker. I literally doubled an account last week with it. It's another broker I use. If you're in USA and you select, what is it, like preferred trader, you should be able to verify your account. Seasonality, January, February, March. We saw January was super bullish. February's kind of doing what it shows. Because think about it. There was a huge drop in the beginning of February, right? Like literally end of January, January 28, January 29, dumped into February. Like February 1st, February 2nd, February 1st, February 2nd making this bottom. So that fits with that kind of like beginning of February coming in with like a peak. We have that gold seasonality, so that could send it up into March. By March, we could push up on gold. That's enough time for it to push. By March, it could push up, or going into March. I think I saw someone said that in the chat. I think I saw one person said something about seasonality, March or something. The broker's fine. I wouldn't be using a broker and putting money in a broker that I didn't trust myself. And I'm putting a good amount of money in my accounts. So the broker's fine. I wouldn't be putting a link out there if it wasn't, and I didn't trust the broker. So the broker's fine. This is something to take into consideration. January, February, March. We're heading into that March. So by March, going into April even could be bullish, depending on how the next week or two play out here. We're going into this week, and obviously we know this. Remember, this spices things up. This kind of adds to the bias. It's like, okay, if the technicals are there, if technically price is looking bullish, and then we get some fundamentals that line up with that, it's like there could be strong momentum. Wait for market open, yo. Watch this thing open and it shoots up $50 on open. It's like, damn. Watch. Another Trump trade's coming. Maybe we find another Trump trade. That's what we call them now. The Trump trades. Maybe. We'll see. Yo, I'll be live tonight. If you're inside the inner circle, we got a lot of stuff to go over. We're rolling the week out already. It's going to be an active week. The next 30 days are going to be super active. We're counting down 40 days away from this. You guys, wait till you guys actually see the full version. You guys are going to be really, really happy and like, damn, it's probably going to be one of the sickest academy websites and course websites you'll ever see out there, to be honest. Like, it's going to be legendary. Like, people are probably going to want to copy it. Like, people are going to look at it and be like, damn, I should do that. I should have done that. Damn. Like, I'm telling you, like, people are going to see this and be like, fuck, I got to do that. Damn, man, I should have made that. Whoa, I got to make that. I've invested about $40,000 into it, more now. I don't even know the total yet. I'm going to figure that out probably in the next 2 weeks, max. And yeah. So, I'm telling you, it's going to be a whole new ecosystem that people out there are going to be like, what the fuck? Why not? Like, shit, I'm doing it. Like, I'm going to have MLM companies and academies out there hitting me up like, dude, you got to work for us, man. Like, come work with us. Like, we need it. And I'm telling you, man. You guys are going to see this and be like, shit, why didn't I join when I had the opportunity? Remember, I've raised the price before. In November, the price was what it was, and I raised it. And like, I've always raised the price, and people have said the same things every single time. So this time it's different. This time it looks like a Lamborghini. See, wait till y'all see it when it's actually done. Wait till you guys see the full version. Wait till y'all see. But I'm out. I gotta wrap it up for the day here, guys. That's today's session. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna be on tonight in a couple of hours, probably 3 to 4 hours from now when the market's open. Just wait. So yeah, I'm gonna be live in a bit. We're gonna go back on. Keep an eye on gold. That's really all I have to talk about for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. Smash the like button if you guys got value. Not a lot to go over. Market's obviously closed right now. It's Sunday, kind of a chill session. Oh, yo, I do 500. Leverage is up to you. Like, depends on your account balance too. Like, you know, like your risk. Like, I like higher leverage. Some people like to go like 1 to 200. Like, there's some people that like to do 1 to 100, 1 to 200, and just stick there because maybe their account size they don't really need more. It's like, okay, I have enough. 1 to 200 is enough. Like, you don't need more. Depends on your account size. Like, if you have a $50 account or a $100 account and you're trying to make the most out of it, it's like, okay, you might need some higher leverage there, right? Depends on your account size. Like $100, like $1,000 to me is basically like $100. So like to me, $1,000 is like $100. All right. So it's like I use $1,000 as if it's $100. So for me, it's like if I put $1,000 in an account, I need 1 to 500 leverage. So like if you're putting $100 in an account, kind of like that. Me, $1,000 is like $100 for me, right? So that shows you levels to life right there. 10,000, like think about money. Money, what is money, right? One day I went to the store and I had $100 and I spent $100 and it bought me like garbage bags, water bottles. What did I get? I had $100 Canadian. I bought water bottles, garbage bags, some laundry detergent, some dishwasher soap, and something else. What else? One more thing, and it came to $100, and I was like, "Geez, this is $100." Like, I was like, "Oh wow, this is what I looked at it. I was like, damn, this is what $100 is getting people nowadays. Fuck." I was like, I'm over here throwing out. Like, I was like, what the fuck? I was shocked actually. $1,000 is like $100 to me. In terms of risk psychology, what is the meaningfulness, financial, like it's like I could waste $1,000 if it's $100. So account size too, like I'll throw $1,000 in account and kind of has that psychology to me. There's not a big emotional attachment to it, right? Because $1,000 is like $100 for me. Not a big emotional attachment to me, right? Is what I mean by that. So like, yeah, depending on the account size, it's like I might choose more or less leverage, but when it's bigger accounts, I'll do like 1 to 200. Like if I'm throwing 1,000 or not a big amount of money in an account, I'll use higher leverage. But it's kind of up to you, like what you're looking for. Like people ask me, should I use an ECN account or a non-commission account? I mean, depends on what you're looking for in your trades, right? If you care about spread or if you don't, right? It's really like what account type should I use? Like that's up to the trader. Like it depends on the trader, right? I like things with low spreads. I'm gonna wrap it up though. Smash that like button, fam. We're gonna be really active the next 30 days because we're 40 days out. Today we are officially 40 days. I know I said that last time, but some changes happened. Some bigger changes happened actually. This isn't even the full version. This is just what we're showing you guys until the full version's whipped out, which is gonna be we're 40 days out starting today. So we're gonna be really active over the next 30 days. Like I said, if you thought you were late to joining the inner circle, you're still early. Imagine what the inner circle is gonna look like 2 years from now. Once you guys see 2.0, it's going to be an entirely different ecosystem that most people out there aren't even doing, right? Most people just have like a Discord and this and that, a website. You're going to see. So I'll see you guys on the inside. I'll see you guys on the next session. We're waiting on gold. I'll be live tonight.